Good afternoon, everybody. This is Coach Matt with our Thursday workout. Let's begin with 3 rounds through. Start with 6 burpees just to get the heart rate up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, we're going to do a little bit of hip opening, but also for the ankles as well. Duck walk steps, 10 steps total. And you can do them in any direction you want to, and I'll give you a couple modifications for it. So if you can be down with your hips below the tops of your knees and a relatively upright torso position, which I don't have fantastic architecture for this in terms of the length of my femurs and the length of my torso, but I'm kind of like medium at it and I can hang out down here. So I would say this is acceptable. If you can't get your butt down below parallel and you're kind of like this, then I would like for you to do the alternate version. If you can do better than this, like Coach Jenna can, then please be down unassisted, right? So I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and my hips are never coming up above parallel when I do this. Now let's say you're in the second category of like, I can't get my butt down easily without assistance. I want you to grab onto the rig and I want you to sit back and pull yourself towards the rig into a position that you couldn't be in if you let go. All right, if I let go, I fall down. That's the person that needs to be doing this. And then you can just use the rig, and we're doing the same thing. Try to pick one foot up and then put it back down. You're rocking left and right when you do it. And we're just kind of dynamically trying to open up the hips as well as the ankles. So the more you pull towards the post that you're attached to without letting your heels come off the ground, the more it's going to stretch out the calf, the ankle, the Achilles, and that's also good for prepping you for your squats, okay? Next, PVC pipe in the hands and overhead squats. So we're just stretching the overhead position as well as our squat when you do that. And then 4 to 8 reps of a back squat, progress the weight on each round. So first rep, we're just doing empty barbell, right? Second set, you can do some weight and practice the pausing, right? So we're going to be doing pause back squats today. So practice that stop at the bottom, all right? And when we do go into the back squats, it is just call it 2 heartbeats, call it a 2-second pause, 3-second pause, whatever. But I want to see all the way down, heartbeat, heartbeat, and then drive back up. Okay, so there has to be a dead stop, no momentum, no bouncing out of the bottom position when we do the back squats today, and the weights will be starting around 50%, and you can add to that 50% as long as you can maintain the tempo on that pause, right? So if you get to the point where I have to bounce to get out of the bottom, then it's too much weight, all right? So the tempo and the position is the challenge for today as opposed to how much load you can put on the bar. When we finish that, I have some rowing and swinging intervals today along with a little bit of back squats. So everybody will start on a 4-minute clock, and a 3, 2, 1 go will trigger a 30-second max calorie row. At the end of 30 seconds, it'll be 3, 2, 1 rest, and you'll have 30 seconds of rest, which is not really that much, right? But you'll get 30 seconds basically to get to your first station, and that will be 15 reps of a Russian kettlebell swing heavy. So 3, 2, 1 go at the minute mark, and I'm doing 15 Russian swings. So that's just to the eyeball height, but it is supposed to be with the heavy kettlebell, and then 10 reps of a jumping squat. So for the jumping squat, the range of motion is exactly the same as the regular squat, meaning that I would like for the pockets of your pants or the crease of your hip to get below the top of the knee, and then at the top we're just clearing the ground. So jump and land, jump and land, jump and land for 10 reps. Try to time it so that as you land, you're immediately going to flat foot, knee bent position and getting into that next squat. So I'd like to see all 10 of those jumping squats to be done unbroken, as quick as you can get them done. And then after the jumping squats are done, you're like, bah, rest, okay? So now I'm resting until the 4-minute mark. Ideally, I would like for everybody to get a minimum of 2-minute rest. So that means you gotta start the swings immediately on the minute. You gotta set the kettlebell down when you're done with 15 and go immediately to the 10 jumping air squats, all right? On jumping squats, at the top, we're gonna leave the ground. At the bottom, for some reason, it is more common to have to cue depth on the jumping squats than it is normally if we just say air squats. So for whatever reason that is, I don't know why, but maybe it's like 'cause I can jump higher if I don't squat as low, or it just feels weird to squat that low and then jump. but there's something about that position and that combination of squatting and jumping that the nervous systems of many, many people do not like, right? So if that's you, then just pay attention. If you normally get down this low on a regular air squat, then you should get down that low again on your jumping squat, okay? So don't change the range of motion just because there's a jump at the end of it. Make sure you're getting that full squat on every single one of those reps. All right, and that's it. 4 rounds of that, counting calories. The rest of it is just buy-in, okay? Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Friday.